Oh wow, he's actually carrying that black sword. The dark iron sword. Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Mike, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Back on the Genshin grind as usual. You know how it is if you play the game. Just getting on every day and at least doing some of the typical sort of resource gathering stuff, spending your resin and things like that. Nothing too crazy, I'd have to say. One thing that is crazy, however, and one thing that I haven't shared on YouTube yet, is actually, I finally got Amber triple crowned. So that's some pretty neat stuff going on right there, I suppose. I've had her at 10, 10, 12 for a while, and just a couple days ago I decided to dump my little bit of resin needed to ascend her ultimate to level 13. So she's got triple crown. I've loved her since day one, since I started playing the game, and I made a promise to her then that she would get maxed out. At the time I did say maxed out because I didn't know what maxing out would entail, but I was going to do it. And now she is. A little bit of a special moment there, and I'm very happy that I actually do have another triple crown character. I think the only other two on my account that I have right now are A and Yelan, which adding Amber to that list is something special. And obviously I'm only going to be triple crowning characters that I truly care about. I say that, and I think I actually also have Hu Tao triple crowned. I do like Hu Tao as well. I think she is pretty dorkish. I love her personality. She's incredibly playful, so I don't think spending the crowns on her was a bad idea at all. I think I've mentioned a couple times that I am going to be triple crowning Kokomi when I do get her, just because she deserves it at this point. I've missed out on her for so long, and I've been wanting her for so long that I at least deserve to give her that. So I will be losing out on 3 more crowns in a couple weeks, but I don't think that's going to be that much of a setback in terms of crowns for me, considering that I'm not really planning on triple crowning anyone else so far. I guess the next closest character to do it possibly could be Nahida. I know that she's at 999 right now. So I could actually end up triple crowning her right now if I wanted to, but I want to make sure that I am saving up all of my materials for Kokomi right now. And by the way, if you guys did miss it yesterday, I know that I uploaded a little bit later than usual, but I did actually post a Minecraft video. It was actually a test just to see if I could get PC recorded files over to my PS5 so I can edit them easier. So if you missed out on that, I'll probably have an iCard in the top right corner of the screen if you guys want to go check that out. I would like to do more PC recorded games like that for me, just for games that I don't have access to on the PlayStation as opposed to PC. But admittedly, it was kind of a hassle just to get the files over and things like that, so I would probably need to do it multiple days in advance. A bit unfortunate in that regard, but it is an option. Speaking of optional, something that I did mention in that Minecraft video yesterday, but I'll reiterate it here for people who may have missed it. I do think I am going to hold off on playing through the Bottle Land event for right now. Not because I don't want to play through it, but because I kind of want to wait for Kokomi to get on the banner and for me to have her before I keep going. I talked about it more in yesterday's video, but basically, I just want to have Kokomi with me at this point while I go through the event, and I am going to need to wait until she is on the banner, so that's going to take at least a couple more weeks. Oh yeah, 14 days exactly. Because I am on a guaranteed run, and I think I'm at 66 pity right now, she's practically going to come home in the next 10 pull. I don't doubt that I'm not going to get her on her opening banner day, so we will get her, and I will be able to continue pretty swiftly afterwards, so do not worry about that. One thing that I should start considering, now that I don't really have many characters to focus on in terms of maxing out their talents and things like that,
Ad Astra Abyssosk,
is actually ascending the characters that I don't have level 90 right now. I do have a small number of characters that I should bother getting to level 90 soon. Maybe I'll just crest them past the level 80 cap and leave them at 80 until I'm ready to spend the XP books on them. But I should at least try to get them up to the level 90 cap at this point, because there are a bunch of wishes there waiting for me as far as the standard banner fates. And it is, like I have mentioned before, it is just an ultimate goal of mine for this game to have every character maxed out. So I should start relatively soon. And considering that I am content with how most of the characters that I do spend a lot of time playing with are in a relatively good spot right now, like, I don't hate where A is necessarily, but she could definitely be better. I should actually try to start spending my resin on things that will actually give me a definitive return, rather than just hoping for the artifact luck to roll soon. So I think that's what I'm going to do starting tomorrow. I think I'm going to start looking into the boss materials, figuring out who I want to do first, and we'll see how that goes. Of course, I don't think it's going to be a smart decision to be using fragile resin for boss materials, so I'm not going to be doing that. Transient resin as well. I'm going to be saving those for like the actual important things, so things like artifacts mainly. But definitely maybe some like also emergency things like emergency Mora and XP. I don't think really kind of wasting them on boss materials is something that I can justify. I really do want to continue the Bottle Land event, but I also really want to get my hands on Kokomi at this point. And since my drive to have Kokomi is more than my actual drive to keep continuing the event, I'm just gonna keep on waiting for Coco. It's not that big a deal considering that the event is going to last the entire version patch, so I won't be missing out on anything, but I am very curious about what the next Fontaine character that I'm going to want could possibly be. Besides Charlotte, I've already mentioned multiple times that I am the most excited for her. Like, I've been assuming that this entire time that we're going to be seeing Linnea and Lynette together as kind of an ice climber sort of character, but now that they're mostly confirmed to actually be separate characters, I'm kind of only going to be wanting Lynette if she's still somewhat far from Charlotte also being on the banner. I would assume that Lynette is likely going to be the 4-star and that she may be in the second half, possibly. I think Fremine is going to be on the first phase of the banner for 4.0, and Linnea and Lynette might be together on the second half, which, if that's the case, that definitely is going to be best case scenario for me, because then I could wait out the banner and see if Charlotte is going to show up in 4.1. I'm just trying to be smart with my Primo Gems at this point, because that's always how I've played it. You know, the Battle Pass and the Welkin are definitely super helpful, super valuable. Best bang for your buck when it comes to extra primos and things like that. I've rarely ever actually needed to spend money directly on the banners unless I absolutely felt like I needed to. So currently, if Kokomi takes best case scenario, only comes home within the next 10 pull, then as of right now, I only have about probably 30 wishes waiting for her. But considering that we have basically 2 whole patches between now and 4.1, I'm definitely going to have enough. And depending on what 5-star is also on the banner with her, I'm kind of nervous because I think we all know at this point that 4-stars are harder to get than 5-stars sometimes. But I suppose we'll just have to play it by ear. I'm not going to worry about that until like the day that the banner gets here. It feels so nice to be able to take Amber back out for a little bit. I really do think that she is fun, at least for me and my playstyle of how I like to play certain characters. I think it's very easy for people to kind of fall into the mindset of just using whatever is objectively the strongest. But I think you've all been pretty able to tell that due to my mannerisms on the game and my ideas, that I definitely am someone who chooses best girl and favorite characters over meta. Because like the base game of Genshin and what you're going to be doing like 90% of the time is not hard. You don't need to spend that much time building characters and making sure that they do like the top tier damage. You can really use whoever you want as long as you put in the time and resources to get them built. And Amber is no exception. I didn't spend as much time trying to get her built as other characters, I don't think. But because I've been able to scrounge around and give her artifacts that I just kind of had laying around, she does have pretty good stats, especially for a starter character, I would say. Obviously, I do understand it is kind of an objective fact that her overall damage output isn't as much as other characters. She is a starter 4-star, you know, she's given to you for free at the start of the game, which is to be expected, but I think it is unfair to downplay her just because she is the starter 4-star given to you for free. And I don't think I have a bad build of hers, right? Almost 2,000 attack, 66 over 226, right? The crit could probably be a little bit higher, but considering that, you know, I am mostly just going for headshots with her normals, and I'm not using the Baron money really for actual too much damage, more so just to help distract in some cases. I would say it's pretty decent. Very happy with her, and I always have been. Just wanting to sort of actually start building a lot of my characters that I haven't bothered to touch in a while, and just keeping an eye on Gokomi and all that, and I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. I am still going to try and upload every day if I can. So with that being said, I would like to thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy some of this talk and are excited to see me post more, be sure to drop a like, and we'll see how things are going tomorrow. I don't know if I'll post another different game tomorrow. I may just come back to Genshin, as I've been doing for the past week. But I do want to keep on making videos. I have been enjoying this a lot. So once again, thank you very much for watching. If you are new, be sure to subscribe because, like I just mentioned, I do try to upload every single day. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.